Okay, very good. So I think we have
Hello,
a lot of
hello.
our guests already here, so we'll get started. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So uh, happy Sunday, happy bright Sunday morning to all of you, and I really hope that you guys had a fantastic week last week, and you're excited about beginning a new month, February. So wherever we are starting something, there's always excitement, right? Like, so it's the start of the new year or start of the new month. We feel that we have another 30 days or 65 days to plan something and, do a couple of things which were not completed in the last cycle. And this gives you that opportunity, right? So with that note, this is the second session of Casual Connect that we had started recently. The first session was, I think, in third week of January, and after 2 weeks, we are meeting again. So, what is Casual Connect and why are we meeting here? So, one of the gaps that we realize is that we may have a lot of people in our contact list and Facebook list and LinkedIn as well. I've seen people 1,000, 3,000, 5,000. I myself may have 5, 6,000 people who are connected, but like honestly 80% of them I've never met, and I don't know their face, right? I may have had a casual one line chat with someone 3 years ago, and after that nothing, right? So all those situations mean that we are basically squandering away the opportunity that we have in terms of knowing people deeper and having meaningful conversation, something which can be fruitful to both sides. So this by AugMentors Career and Business Club is an attempt to mainly look into that gap and do something more meaningful. So by having a series of these casual connections, we can improve the uh, let's say the bonding and the familiarity within the group more. So that is the main objective. Why casual connect? What we realize is that people are coming from different professional backgrounds. They may not all be specializing in same domain or same zone. So having very deep conversations may not be very useful for everyone, right? But there are certain things which everybody would like to know, like for example your brief professional journey, what you do, what are your ambitions, and if there are any points high level which I would like to connect with you on. So Casual Connect keeps the conversation at that level. We do not go very deep into your professional, field, for example, but that this is meant to be a start of the conversation, more breeding familiarity between the people, and later on, of course, as we are a community, take the conversation further between between Joseph and anyone else who are interested in that. This is in addition to the in-person meetup, we are planning tentatively. We are planning end of February. So 28th February is a date where we have blocked, the venue. We'll still finalize and confirm the details. So this is a different format, and the in-person will be like a deeper, format with more guests and speakers and stuff. So anyway, so with that said, I'll not consume too much of your time. I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce someone who some of you may have met earlier, but not many of you. So let me introduce Damanpreet Kaur. And Damanpreet is a great friend of mine. We've known each other for many years now. Let me tell about Damanpreet. Professionally, she is in the finance career. She's working with a very large bank, and she has multiple roles there. So, if you think about any kind of financial advisory or compliance, mortgage, credit, those kind of things, with that bank, and I'm not announcing the name of the bank. You can figure out that later. I can mention to you, or Damanpreet can mention later to you. So she can be your guide. But more importantly, if people are interested in knowing how to go in that direction and build a career in finance, especially with banks and financial institutions, I think Dhanpreet can be a great guide, and she already had offered that help to other people through in a previous conversation with me. Secondly, Donpreet is very active socially and community-wise as well. We have worked on a couple of projects in the past as well. She has been a mentor to people. She has provided career guidance to people, and she is also one of the organizing team members for Google Developer Group (GDG), which is a very popular format where like, a lot of IT and software professionals they come and they try to build things in that area. So with that said, Daman will be the MC for our session today. And the format, I just want to mention the format as well before I pass it on to Daman. So it will be a two-round format. First round is about introduction and journey, where each of the participants will answer mainly two questions. Who are you? And what is your current role or professional focus? So in brief, like what's your journey been so far? And what excites you most about your field now? Okay, so couple of minutes on that one. And then the second round, after everybody has gone to the first round, then we'll go to the second round. And second round would be looking ahead and collaboration. So as I mentioned, that we have to look always ahead. So what is one key goal or priority you're working towards in 2026? And how can this group support you, or how you can support the group here? So what are your goals for this year? And in that process, what this group can help you with, and vice versa, how you can help this group, right? So those are like the two rounds. Hopefully, with the number of people that we have, we'll be able to complete that in time. So with that, Daman, I will pass it on to you.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, everyone. Good morning and a happy Sunday. And you all are here on a Sunday morning. That speaks volumes about your, commitment to grow and learn from the community and contribute as well, maybe in the future. So I'll just, although Sandeep has given really good introduction of myself, so just I'm working with National Bank as banking advisor, and I deal in investments, credit, mortgages, compliance, risk management, basically everything. Besides, I'm also a mentor at Community Canada, where I assist newcomers or established career professionals like yourself looking to elevate themselves. Uh, and transitioning into Canadian workspace, basically. Besides being the official organizer of Google Developer Group, we organize events and webinars. We recently, wrapped up one last month itself. So here I'm excited to learn about your journey and welcome to Casual Connect. All right. So without much ado, let's get started. So I see Shubham here in the first. So, would you mind, Shubham, telling us something, about yourself and what's your current role or professional status right now? And then, moving forward to what you find exciting about your field or domain right now.
Okay. Thank you, Damanpreet. My name is Shubham Agarwal, and it's been almost 3 years I've been into Canada, and I've started my role as a newcomer, and started with a very basic position into supply chain. But eventually, I've grown up into a level where I'm a project manager and a terminal operations manager, based out of Hamilton. So currently, I'm taking care of all the imports and exports, all regarding the container movement within Ontario, as well as I'm also working with CNCP, where we bring rail cars from US and then we break bulk. So major part is my transloading when we get the, it's like project logistics. So a lot of stuff comes on the ship, we break bulk and then we ship it out to the final destination. Similarly with containers, and similarly a lot of rail cars coming in. Like everyone enjoy the Christmas when we have all those wrapping papers, all that coming from US in the form of HDP and PVCs. So we ship it out into Canada, and then we break bulk, ship out to the various factories across and to build the supply chains. So that's majorly on my side. And we are in a process where we are building a first private intermodal rail terminal. So hopefully it's going to shape up soon. So that excites me because we have been working on this project for like 2 years, and it seems like it's going to be shape up very soon. Probably you will hear these noises and these announcements very soon. And what excites me is this year it's going to be very um, I would say very occupying. At the same time, what I'm looking at is I'm looking to grow exponentially because my forte is basically strategy and planning. So right now I'm building dashboards in the form of Power BI and Excel files where we can track everything down. Whereas what I'm looking at is building a sustainable solutions for the supply chain, because visibility is one thing in supply chain that matters the most. With customized dashboards, with my dashboards, everyone can see what's happening within the supply chain. So that builds up all the communication lags is eliminated through the dashboards. So that's what I'm looking at on a larger scale in terms of planning and strategy.
Mm, That's amazing. Sounds actually really exciting. And how excited you are about this upcoming, details. I would like to learn more as well in the
Definitely.
future. So, yeah, actually, when we are enjoying Christmas, that part of the thing that, oh, some people are working, round the clock to make sure that all our, gifting kind of needs are met. So now
Yeah.
I know the kind of person who are working behind the scene, actually. That's really great. Thanks so much for sharing all these details. Moving on to the next, I see Chirag. Chirag, could you please tell us something about yourself, about your professional status, and what excites you most about your work?
So, Daman, can I just
I
mention one
oh,
thing? Sorry, just one thing.
no, no
Daman,
problem.
You might want, I'm just thinking of this thing. Maybe we can also ask people to mention which city they are in
Or
Canada.
like Hamilton, he mentioned, yeah,
That way, like, people would know,
absolutely.
like, okay, these are Mississauga, you guys can meet
So
in
that
Mississauga.
if they want to, connect there in
Sure.
the city,
Exactly.
that
Yeah,
would be
feel
great.
free. Sorry, Daman. Yeah,
No,
thanks.
no, absolutely good.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. My name is Chirag Kirawala. I live in Mississauga. I'm currently I've been to a new immigrant in Canada since 3.5 years, and will soon be a citizen. I've applied for my citizenship, and so I work for a leading
income, lot of pressure on my spouse. EI is not enough. Then the second thing is that having something on a side as a plan B or a backup is very important. So I'm a little bit working towards that too, because of my interest in investment and finance and financial planning and all. I'm working towards that as well. So that if CRA does that again with me, which is very highly likely because of the economy we are in. I know you know more than me because you belong to banking sector. So having something on the side is very imperative, I believe. And that's it. Nice to meet you all, by the way. I feel honored Sandeep ji invited me, and very happy to connect with some new faces in Canada. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dipanshu. Really motivating and exciting as well. And the best part is like you actually enjoy what you have been doing. You had this interest into this taxation and you've worked with CRA. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Moving on to our next participant, we have Pranav Kumar. Can you please uh, tell us something about yourself, about your journey here in Canada, where you're based out of, and what excites you most about your work.
Yep. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you, everyone, and meet. I think I have met Sandeep a couple of times in different sessions. Uh, I've been here near about like 11 years in Canada. I came here as a student. I did MBA from Ryerson University. Uh, Prior to that, like I was, like my background is engineering. I did bachelor's, and then back in India, in Bangalore, I was working as a software developer. And after my studies, I worked for a bank, and then now I'm working in a company called Dayforce, which is basically a CM software company. So I'm there as a product manager, and yeah, continuing there. And a new trend as of now, as everyone knows, like AI is like booming up. So new projects are coming for AI related projects, and really excited for that new trend and new technology, and already feeling that it is helping in terms of like reducing the burden of mundane tasks, and actually giving a space to think more innovatively, and like doing actual work which we are meant to do. We all know, like, all jobs, like there are certain parts which are mundane, which certain parts which we all like, and it gives you that ability to kind of like focus on those things which you actually like most. So excited about that part. Um, 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 what was the other question actually?
Basically about your work, which you have explained, where you're based out of, which like basically the stuff you've already covered. So yes, I think AI is being challenging,
Yeah.
and it's actually we are being challenged in every domain, right? Even we are being trained onto how to incorporate AI into our day-to-day banking and so on. So and IT is, I think, the most affected ones for
Yeah.
sure, right? Thank you so much. Moving on to our next participant, we have Mr. Kulwant Yadav. Hi, Kulwant. Could you please tell us something about yourself, about your career journey, your professional status, where you live, and what do you find so exciting about your work?
Yeah, so I was born brought up in India, um, pretty remote part, not very far from Delhi, but it was the fairly remote, very close to our sun border. People who are from India would know. Spent some time there, and then moved. My father was in army, so I keep moving around the different cities in India. Did my engineering from there, and then did work for some time as a software tester, and then I moved to do my MBA. Completed my MBA, got a chance to come to US, so spent some time around 7 years in US. Was doing multiple things: sales, product management, um, very close to tech as well. I got bored with sales, so I moved to product. And then from there, I stayed close to technology. Then I moved to Canada in 2021. Took my PR, moved here, started a company called Cuckoo Financial. So we are building credit card rewards as a service. Um, it's people in banking would understand, but credit cards everybody understands. But the tech part is we provide to all the credit card companies, we provide rewards as a service, so they can just plug in on product, and they don't have to build the rewards program. And that's for the smaller fintechs. We don't sell into big financial institutions; they already have good reward system, but smaller fintechs struggle there. I worked in JP Morgan before starting this, and that's where it is coming from. I was managing credit card rewards product there. I started another company last year, in fact, the year before, which is focused on AI. We are automating the accounting and bookkeeping functions for the small and medium businesses using the AI agents. So basically, we build an agentic layer on the top of the ERPs. And now we have started building the ERP itself, because we have a decent understanding of how the ERP works. All of the data is already in or structure in place, because we build on the top of ERP. So people who are in software world would understand this, but for others, it's more. We have all the structure in place, so we started building an ERP now. So right now, our major services where I work in my company are automating the accounting and bookkeeping. but then we have started building ERP below as well, which is probably around 70-80% complete. I'm based in Brampton. In terms of the hobbies, I typically kind of make myself aware about the latest, what's happening in the global affairs. Stay close to, mostly in my group, what would impact, or what news and what happenings would impact my group of people, or my people who are close to me. So those are especially more of an interest to me, and that kind of I'm a introvert, but that kind of starts a conversation very easily with everybody, because let's say a lot of people in my group are trying to figure out how to go from a student to a PR, or a PR to a citizen. So I'm involved in those, and I kind of talk to them. I get interested in those activities. I was in US. I pretty much knew the whole US visa system. So I left US around 4 years back in 2021. Um, and people still call me to ask, hey, how do I get out of this situation, visa situation in US? So that's kind of my entry into talking to people, being an introvert. um, I think most of it is covered. I would love to help the group wherever I can help, in terms of how you can use AI or the latest in your work. In terms, for me, I think last question was how this group can help. I believe to be a lifelong learner. So anybody I talk to, I learn from them, and I would probably just encourage group to just ping me wherever I cannot ping. I'll try to ping people, but it's kind of gets busy. But wherever you can, and wherever you have an opportunity, just wherever I can help, just ping me, and I'll be happy to help. And that's how I learn.
Thank you so much. Kulwant, yes, besides your work, you also like to, help others and from your own perspective, guiding them and try to give back to community. This is great. And yes, I believe anyone here would like to connect with each other, even over LinkedIn. So we'll share our uh, maybe LinkedIn credentials or something, so that we can connect with each other and take it, if in case you guys would like to have coffee chats with each other and so on. And as Sandeep mentioned, we'll be having an in-person networking session as well. So let's see how many faces we see each other, again this
I'm
pandemic.
really looking forward to the in-person, because virtuals give you a lot of comfort, in the sense you can sit at your home and manage your time. But
Yes,
in-person, one in-person event, I feel and it's probably just me being a little introvert. But in-person discussions are much more intimate, and you remember them much more compared to the virtual ones. And
absolutely. I'm also all in for in-person meetings, honestly, because they're more organic and the conversation just builds on itself,
yeah,
without.
you kind of get to know the person much better when
Yes,
you're
absolutely. That's right.
connecting. Uh,
So thank you so much, Kulwant. Moving on, we have Dr. Urmeet Saha. Hello. So would you like to tell us something about yourself, your professional journey, and also where you're, based out of, and what excites you most about your work? Thanks.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Actually, I'm sorry, I have had some trouble with connecting to the Zoom meeting, some problem with my microphone speaker. So that's why I'm just connecting to two devices because I'm more comfortable with laptop. I, I just want to know if I'm audible because my camera is on the computer and I'm speaking on the phone. So I'm audible?
there you are.
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah, as you all know, my name is Auromit Saha, and I am, lucky to know Sandeep ji. We have been meeting regularly during different social events. I would like say, like we met just 3-4 days back as well. Yeah, thank you for inviting me, Sandeep ji, and to briefly tell about my journey. I'm from India. My, you know, like birthplace is Bihar. And then I was brought up in Andhra Pradesh, in Vishakhapatnam, where I got educated, did my bachelor's and master's from Andhra University, Vishakhapatnam. And then afterwards, I moved to ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, as you know, where I pursued my PhD and I worked there full time, like for 5 years in space physics lab in Trivandrum. So doing that PhD, I actually was very fortunate to get involved in an international project called Indian Ocean Experiment, which was like a $1 billion project in 95 to 2000, and in which involved satellites, ships, like so many research on air quality and pollution related to the monsoon circulation that happens in winter. I mean, I'm sure everyone is aware of what level of pollutions we are experiencing in India nowadays. It's in the news all over. And yeah, so after my PhD, I actually worked briefly at Aryabhat Research Institute in Nainital, which is about 2 kilometers above the sea level. And after that, I actually worked briefly at Maldives as a research scientist in United Nations program. And actually, from there, I moved to France, to continue my academic journey. I worked at a university in France for about 2 years, in a French university in South France called a place Toulon. And from there, I actually moved to Texas, like in US. I got opportunity to work at Texas A&M University and also at University of Iowa. So I lived in and worked in USA for about 2 years before moving to Canada about like 18 years back. So I moved from Texas to Quebec in a place called Sherbrooke. I worked as a research professional for about 6 years. I had a permanent employment there, but because I was working in research, and as I mentioned, I work on air quality and climate change. We are funded only mostly by the government only. Nothing, no private industries fund in this field. So I had to, we had signed an agreement with Environment Canada. So I got a senior position in Environment Canada to work here in Toronto. So I moved from Sherbrooke, Quebec to basically to Toronto. Currently I'm living in Brampton since I moved back in 2014. So, but unfortunately, what happened was my research or academic position with Environment Canada, the funding got cut. So I actually did not move to wanted to move to another place because I have been with every job I was changing continents and countries. So I thought I will make Canada or Ontario as my home. So I after that I got into teaching. Basically I'm interested more in academics and research, and teaching is also I like very much. So I started tutoring students, high school students, and also middle school. And at the same time, I'm also a lifelong learner. I love, because in research we never stop. Even though now I'm not getting any funding through for my research, I still work, collaborate with my friends in India, and actually I'm working on the air quality issues in Andhra Pradesh and also New Delhi. So basically, once I was into teaching, I also started doing some certifications in IT because I have done masters in physics with specialization in electronics. So we did studied about microprocessors and how computers works and all these things. So I had an interest in IT field, but then way back in 2000 when IT was in the boom with Y2K problem, I was more interested into my research, not go with the mass mania. So I wanted to stick to the research field. But anyway, so funding got cut. So then I did a lot of certifications in IT, yeah, like cybersecurity, networking, and so on. So I got into a college in full time. I got a position in college teaching diploma, high school diploma, post secondary diploma students in computer networking and computer science, as well as in project management. So that was basically that stayed for about 6 7 years until last year. My funding again got cut. I mean, my position got cut because, as you know, many of the colleges have been closed, which is very. I mean, I'm happy that the colleges got closed because there were too many international students. At the peak, it was like 800,000 students, like close to 1 million per year. And then last year, it dropped down to, I think, 50,000 or less. I'm sure that is affecting every industry. Like, you take housing, or you take finance, or, every industry is getting affected. And right now, actually, I'm looking into, moving to another field, like more stable. And I'm actually, as I have done a lot of certifications and also did consulting, in IT, I'm actually looking into opportunities such as getting into IT field, into data science, because I have worked with data in Environment Canada, and all my life I worked for data science and research. So that is one, and cybersecurity, where I have done some certifications such as pen testing, or ethical hacking, also known as. So that is actually, I'm looking into that. But then again, as a plan B, I also want to do something in the like finance or insurance and something. I learn things very quickly, and I actually interested in things which are diverse. So currently, I'm also looking into opportunities related to finance or insurance, and also looking for opportunities. So
Thank
that's
you.
all.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Amit. You have extensive experience. Thanks for sharing all this information with the group. And yes, we would be happy to, connect with each other, and looking forward to see how we can, help each other basically, right?
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. So moving on, we have Jaswinder Dada on my screen. So Jaswinder, would you like to, introduce yourself, about your professional status here, where you live, and what do you find most exciting about your work? Thank you.
Sure. Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well.
We can hear
Awesome.
you.
Professionally, guys, I have about 20 years of experience in research and development, mainly focusing on packaging. And I do have procurement background as well in leadership roles. My current role is a leadership role at a frozen food organization here in Canada. It's a leader in the North American space. Uh, what I like about my role is simplification. I like to simplify things. The most interesting thing of my role is people. That's the most difficult part and interesting thing. Tech is easy, people is difficult. And that's what my key focus has been since I have been in Canada. And just to share with you guys that I've worked in 4 different continents, and people have been different, priorities have been different, right? So I've been here about 10 years. I live in Guelph with my family. We have me and my wife and 2 kids. Um, what I love to do is I play volleyball a lot. Over here, we have a small community of folks who we meet every week, Thursday and Friday. About 6 hours of extreme volleyball every week is something helps me keep going. Um, in addition to that, I'm very keen in walking my folks, the kids, the next generation kids of the community, teaching them our games which we used to play, Kho, Kabaddi, Gilli Danda, basic games, but very effective games. Every summer, 4 months, I dedicatedly take my time to make sure that I'm spending at least 3 to 4 hours every day in the evening with the guys and with their parents as well, like making them do the work. So that's an interesting piece of about my life is something which keeps me going, guys. Skill wise, I have strategic procurement, category management, negotiation, SRM management, mitigation plans, sustainability and compliance. These are my expertise. My core expertise lies in packaging development. I heard someone saying plastics. Plastics is my core competency. Organization wise, I've worked with Mondelez, Kraft Foods, Cadbury is what it used to be called in past. Kerry Ingredients are the organizations I have worked with in, I would say, 4 different continents. Lived in Birmingham. I said someone saying Birmingham here, Australia, Singapore, Canada, US. These places we have lived as a family. In addition to work, I'm an avid real estate investor. I have active real estate rental properties, which I do manage here. I'm grateful to the guys who have met me and coached me how to build real estate wealth in Canada. And it's an interesting way how people build wealth here in Canada. Very different compared to where I have lived in past. One interesting thing which I have learned over the last 4 years is how to apply cash timing and Smith maneuvering through actually doing it. So very interesting strategy. I think if I would have had this few years back, I would have loved to build more assets. Yeah. So, and in addition to On my side, what I'm actively looking, if you guys can help me, is sponsoring girl child education. I used to do this actively until last year when and sponsoring girl child education in India from Canada. Indian government banned we Canadians from investing in education for kids. They don't allow our contributions there now. So that's something which I'm actively looking for. If you guys are having any networks, please coach, share. You know, $100 approximately for a girl's education and clothing and hygiene products for the whole year is what we know is the cost is 7,000 something Indian rupees. They do not allow NRIs to invest now over there. So if there is something which you guys know, please, it will be a great way to contribute and give back to the community where we come from. And only focusing on girl child because I've seen in live action, girl child don't get education. They get into the routine day of stuff, day-to-day stuff with their, if their mothers go, they just tag along with them, right? Um, Other than that, I'm just saying grateful for all the time you guys are giving here. Thank you. I've been grateful for all the people who have met me and coached me. They just showed the hand and I just followed through. So that's it about me, guys.
Thank you so much, Jaswinder. I love that, the games part, how you dedicate your time into those games which we think that are long lost. Of course, that's great that you're keeping up the tradition and, carrying it forward to our next generation as well. And being a real estate investor and all your journey that you have shared, that's really exciting. Thank you so much. So, we have Kumar next. Kumar, would you like to please introduce yourself and about your professional status, where you live, about your workplace domain that you find exciting? Thank you.
Thanks, Damanpreet, and thanks to Sandeep, sir. I have known Sandeep sir for like since I came in Canada, maybe in 2017 or 18, we got in touch. So really appreciate his throughout guidance. And after hearing all the experiences, I feel like I'm overwhelmed. So I'll try to, because it's really a good bunch of people, like Dr. Saba there, procurement people, like people from all across the board. So my name is Kumar. I'm from Patna, Bihar. I did my 10th till there, then went to Pune to do my law from Symbiosis. I finished in 2009. And after that, I started working as a criminal lawyer, but then soon realized that not my cup of tea. So I then moved to technology law, which was a good choice. Now I feel that I made a good choice. Maybe that back then I didn't realize, but I was mostly into IP, intellectual property side. Most of my years in India, like around 8 to 9 years, I worked with on the media side, media and tech side, Times of India Group or Z primarily. And then I was more like, okay, I need to learn business side, enough of legal. So I came to Canada. I went to Ryerson, which is now TMU. I finished my MBA in 2018. After that, I started working with Rogers on technology procurement. Then I joined a French MNC company, again, a media tech company, which actually went bankrupt last year. But it was a good leadership role. I had a good team, good learning experience. And then I landed in finance. So currently, last year, I actually joined CIBC. Currently, I'm working with them. It's slightly on the non-tech side right now, but mostly on personal banking side and digital side. But again, technology is everywhere, so it touches everything. Uh, then I'm a passionate mentor. I like to mentor people informally, mostly formal sometimes. Maybe family from my kids from my family, kids back home, because I was first lawyer who revolted to become a lawyer back home, and after then I became in a way to educate and coach all future generations who wanted to walk on my way. So I, in a informal way, I became a kind of mentor for them and to convince the people, sorry, parents, because as we know, again, I come from Bihar, where mostly it's engineering, doctor, or if not, then, or if yes, even then IAS officer. Like these three are the most sought after career. But law, I think I have opened that gate for many future generation kids. As a hobby, I'll say I am deep into philosophy. I like to read philosophy. Currently, I'm exploring Advait, Vedant, Buddhism, Stoic philosophy, and there's a very like in law, we were always taught about subjectivity versus objectivity. So I enjoy that topic because, in my opinion, everything is subjective. But I like to learn Thomas Nagel being one of the authors. So these four philosophy I'm currently exploring, and I try to connect like, okay, all these four has said good things in a different way, but underlying essence may be same. So that makes me keeps me curious and also makes me to share my learnings with others. Apart from that, I love cooking, which keeps my wife happy. And then the third thing which I enjoy is I'm a fitness enthusiast. I'm not like pro fitness kind of, but I try to stay fit through yoga, strength training, biking, or mobility workouts. So yeah, that's me. Thanks for having me.
Great. Thank you so much, Kumar, for sharing your journey, your passions, your skills, and how you like to mentor, and how you revolted against, the set norms and became the first lawyer. Yes, that's really nice. Thank you. Moving on, Jaya. Would you like to please share something about yourself, your professional journey here in Canada, where you live, and about your workplace domain that you find exciting?
Yeah, thank you so much, and good morning, all everyone. So it's a nice, I would say, it's a very personal channel, and thank you, Sanjeev ji, for extending the invite right away when I asked you. So thank you for that. And I believe this is something that I was thinking about it. Maybe what if we have something internally, right? This type of interactive sessions, or like personal, and where we get to know so many people because it's a big group. Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Jayashree Adhikari. I go by Jaya. And I have had met Sandeep ji for the first time during church time. So that was how we got connected. Earlier, I didn't know that. So my childhood from Bokaro, my father was in HSCL and schooling till, grade 12. And then I did my graduation in BSc in SSL&T Dhanbad. My father was moving to Vishakhapatnam, Salem steel plant, and finally, when he moved to Vizag, our family shifted to Vizag, and I did my MBA. And along with my MBA, I also have masters in information technology, as I wanted to get into information technology as well. And I did ERP and train myself in information technology in Bangalore, and then worked a little bit in Chennai. And then after marriage, came to Canada. It was almost 22 years back. Yeah. So I have family-wise, I have two kids. My daughter is doing mechanical engineering from University of Toronto. And I have second one is my son. He's doing biomedical sciences from University of Guelph, because these two kids are having different altogether interests. And I just wanted to also mention that if anybody for your kids or any, like sometimes I have been through my family, like when the kids are growing up, which area, what to decide, which university and all, any feedback or anything, if your kid will like to ask and some sort of guidance, because my daughter is all open. She is connected to quite a few people. They reach out to her. And she has been also awarded as a Schulich Leader of Canada. Back then, it was a hefty scholarship she has been awarded from University of Toronto. And so I see that a lot of intelligent students, they can do miracle like in this country, provided you get to do the opportunity, scholarships, things, where to apply, what are there in the field. Many people, we don't know. Because of my daughter, we got into so much of awareness. So I just wanted to kind of share this thing aloud, that anybody wants to know or any type of guidance for this, especially for kids education right from beginning. Uh, yeah. So career wise, I would say kind of, because I had to make myself where I'm at here. So I started off my career from the QA side, even though that was not my field. But again, back then it was like, you don't have Canadian experience, right? So yeah, and then I made myself as one of the main into the managerial role, whereby I was given a chance to take on the automation. So I was working with my CEO to select the vendor for automation, and kind of led the entire automation offshore team from that was my first place in AbleSoft. And then after working for 7 years, I moved to Point Click Care. That's a pioneer company in senior care software. Monopoly, they have a kind of very dominant market in US as well. So I'm basically I learned a lot about the healthcare company. My AbleMed was also a healthcare company, dental software. Maybe your doctor might be using my XX company's software. And then moved to Deloitte. So worked in that was one of my main thing, to work with one of the big four big four Bs, right? So got that opportunity to work in Deloitte Consulting in Toronto, and with really fortunate to get the experience of working with big clients throughout my journey in Deloitte. Yeah, and then took a step back because of the family reasons. I had to go to India to take care of, spend some time with my ailing father. So so meanwhile I have come back, and I just wanted to do something on my own, not trying to get into like the work with dedicatedly for the companies as such. I have been certified in agile field, like a certified in Scrum Master, certified product manager, agile coach. I am a safe analyst certified. And well, you might ask how come I don't have my PMP, but this is like something is sitting at back burner, but I will get that done. But based on this almost 2 years of decades of experience in right from your IT product management, project management and consulting, A to Z of all this software, I would say SDLC. I just wanted to do something to leverage my knowledge and share my experiences, skills in a big way. So have been thinking about it, but I haven't got an idea how to start it from. Maybe I got lazy and stuff, but that's what something is bothering me, that I have to come up with this thing, because that might help so many people, right? So that's something, and I recently came across an opportunity. I have joined with very fractional capacity as a director role. So that's again is a slightly little different leadership role. So that's what I'm excited, but nothing stops me not to be able to contribute something that I wanted to do. That's my passion. And hobby wise, I love cooking, and we have traveled east side back in 2005, and then west side as well, and so many trips to USA. And but due to the climate change, we really felt so sad to look at the glacier, Colombian Athabasca Glacier in the west side. We have been there in 2009. That was a different thing. And then when we went there in 2019, after 10 years back, with a gap of 10 years, we can see the change in the ice. It was so heartbreaking to see. We have just witnessed. And then we just told my husband, like, it's so sad to see this.
Yes.
And
Climate change. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
it's really very, very pathetic. And we really felt like so sad. I decided not to go there, because this
Yeah.
was very,
Thank
this
you,
was a very,
Jaya, for
and
sharing your journey.
yeah,
It's really
I know.
inspiring. Thank you.
Thanks for giving me
Actually,
this
and because we have a round 2 and we have to be very concise for that as
Yes.
well. So we have our last
Thank you so
participant
much.
here. Thank you, Jaya, Mr. Parimal, and then Sandeep. Yes, Parimal, you know the drill. Please tell us something about yourself
Thank you.
and so on.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Lieutenant. Pardon, thank you. But after listening to all this, people with so much experience, so much expertise, I'm kind of, what do I say about myself? I'm a jack of all, master of none. I've been in this country almost 21 years now. I work for a very big transit corporation in GTA. Started my journey working in a store in this country when the base salary was $7 and change. So I've been through a lot. When I came here, I heard Jayaji saying one word, do you have Canadian experience? I've been through that a lot. Do you have Canadian experience? Every time you apply for some good positions, been through that, but it's all part of struggle. I'm happy for that. I learned a lot. Uh, I did my engineering. Let me tell you that I did my engineering. Never worked in engineering. I did my MBA in marketing, but then always connected to, in a one way or other way, I'm always connected to, I was always connected to IT projects or big projects. I don't have any project management certification or degree, but I love to do projects. And in the current position, I'm looking after all of you are kind of, most of you, not all of you, most of you are kind of procurement and acquiring things. I'm doing the reverse thing. I'm sending things back to the suppliers because I do the reverse logistic. I look after their warranty. So I'm opposite to you guys. You guys bring in, I send it out and then bring it in. Other than that, I like to listen to music. I like to sing. I'm and I'm always working to better myself. I'm always working on self-development. I like to read a lot about self-development. I watch a lot of videos on self-development. People talk about self-discipline. I like to be self-disciplined. I love going to gym. I don't may not look like a gym person, but I love going to gym 5 to 6 days a week, an hour and a 15 minutes work on my body. I try to do meditation, but when I'm alone in the car, that's me time because that's the time I enjoy my music. It may be loud, it may be slow, it may be classical, it may be semi-classical, and I like to sing as well. I and Sandeep ji have been traveling together quite a lot. At times, I have to tell him, Sandeep ji, please don't kill the song, please. So you can imagine what happens, right, Sandeep? But yeah, that's about me, and I'm always having fun, making fun. So if I call you and play a prank with you, please pardon me in advance. But that's me. I can't be quiet. In my school days, if I'm sitting quiet, one of my friends will walk up to me and they'll be, buddy, you okay? You sitting quiet today? So that's how I am. So that's all about me. So I'm just giving you a heads up. If something comes from me, be ready, please.
Yes, sure. Thank you very much for bringing in this fun and energy. Thank you so much for sharing your journey as well. Now, our last person is Sandeep. Would you mind? And you already know the drill.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, no, I'll keep it very brief. Thanks, Taman. I've been listening to all the, people. That's like really exciting that we have such a, pool of talented, multidimensional, people in our community, and we do not know much about them. So we have to have these connects, more often. Talking about myself, I'll keep it really brief. Professional journey-wise, did my engineering in electronics and communication, did my MBA in finance and marketing finance and strategy from Institute of Management, Calcutta. And since then, I've worked in multiple countries and continents. So India, Singapore, Africa, and then I came to Europe and eventually to Canada. So Canada has tolerated me for the past 13, 14 years. Other countries kicked me out, basically, right? So I've been in the areas of marketing, trading, and after that I came to supply chain management. So my professional career is currently with public sector transport in Toronto for the past 7, 8 years. I'm a director for supply chain over there. Family wise, one beautiful wife, only one wife, and two beautiful kids. So
Can you repeat the previous sentence, please?
one beautiful wife, and to prove that she is actually Mrs. Commonwealth Euro Atlantic. So that's her credential. So that's I can claim that she's beautiful. Son is 17 years old, is applying to the universities now and trying to figure out what he wants to do next. Daughter is still pretty young. She's in grade 3 right now. Um, Other interests, I work for a non-profit organization called Ekal Vidyalaya. I think someone, Jasvinder, you mentioned about the girl child education. So I'm also very much in that field. So Ekal is one of the largest NGOs working in the field of education, mainly in India, teaching around 2 million children every year. So I'm part of that and love literature. And that is my connection. Kumar, you mentioned about all the philosophy and everything. So I'm also interested in various kind of things on literature side, but also on the history and geopolitics and economics in general. And finally, in terms of entrepreneurship journey, I did realize that job is not sufficient at all. So to have the plan B and plan C. So in that area, I'm mainly into education and finance. So AugMentors started as teaching and tutoring services for adults and children both. And for the past 4 years, we also started. I am licensed in a few areas on finance, mortgages, insurance, retirement planning, etc. And I'm very happy to teach those areas to people who are interested in that. So I have mentioned a lot of things. Whatever you find common in terms of interest or like feel there's a touch point, definitely connect with me on any of these areas. And more than that, I'll be just happy to learn a bit more about yourself. Thank you, Daman.
Thank you, Sandeep. Yes, and again, it's been inspiring, your journey. Now, moving on to round two, because we have really short time with us now. I would request everyone to just give one-liner kind of, their response to. So the question is, what's one professional habit that's made the biggest difference for you? So just one line for each and everyone. I see. Okay, Sandeep, why don't you start us off? You're on mute.
Okay, you caught me off guard, but yeah. So I would say thank you. I would say curiosity and willingness to learn about new areas. That has been basically my strength. I did like various licenses, certifications on my professional side as well as business side. That helped me a lot.
Great, amazing. Mr. Parimal, you have a question, I believe.
Yes, no, I don't have a question. I would like to go for this one liner. I have one liner. I'm a lazy guy. I come up with smart ways.
Wow, wow,
Uh,
that's something. See,
ask,
only Parimal could have come up with such a witty response. Yes, thank you, Parimal.
ask. You can ask Sandeep. Sandeep knows me. How
I
lazy I
agree
am.
with the first half of that statement. Second, I'm not sure. First half, yes.
Come on.
All right, thank you. So moving on to next, Kumar. So the question: what's one professional habit that's made the biggest difference for you?
As I said, I read a lot of philosophy, so dichotomy of control, like what I can and what I cannot. I usually try to focus on what I can, and that really helps me a lot.
Amazing. Wow. That's really good. Thanks. Jaya, you're
Uh,
next.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it's my consulting experience at Deloitte, and I have gotten to learn a lot and very confident to contribute in my future role, what I'm taking on. So,
Great.
consulting experience and my always eager to learn um,
Yeah.
thoughts making me move on the move. So, thanks.
Awesome. Thank you. So next, Shubham, would you like to?
For me, it's adaptability, and the most important thing is I observe instead of absorb, because you must absorb, not absorb the bad things, observe and learn. That's how you
Wow.
adapt.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Shubham. Uh, Dr. Armit Saha, would you mind going next?
So yeah, I also believe in lifelong learning. Um, Even though I've completed my doctorate degree, the highest degree awarded by any university, like 22 years back, I still try to update or upgrade my qualifications by doing certifications, whenever like possible. So like I'm very curious, and I also observe things as mentioned by the previous observer. So that is my interest, lifelong learning. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
great. Thank you. Mr. Kulwant Yadav.
Hey, I got some time to think, so that was good.
Okay.
One habit, and I'm thinking, being stupid is the best habit. I in my life, whenever I was stupid, I made most of it. When I tried to be smart and I thought a lot, made decisions, I put myself in the box. Whenever I was stupid, that okay, um, I'll give an example. I come from, and it's getting a little longer, so cut me whenever you want. I come from a very modest background. I'm the first person who completed masters in my whole extended family. I was the first engineer. Come from a remote part in Haryana. Um, I thought that I would do MBA, and I go to one of the most prestigious institute in India. I thought that when I was right after 12th, higher secondary, and I was extremely stupid at that time because I didn't know how to speak English. Forget about English, I didn't know how to speak Hindi properly. I wasn't the best performing student in class 12th. I got 55% marks, which was lowest when I got into my MBA. In my
Great.
class, it was the lowest. So
Mhm.
and so many examples of that. Whenever I was stupid, I thought that okay, I can do a lot of things. I made most of it, and when I was smart, I didn't really. I put myself in the box, and I couldn't do anything.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So Dipanshu, would you mind giving us a one-liner answer to this question?
Yes, consistency is what I believe in strongly. And the other thing, which is, I think other mentioned as well, is to hunger to learn, not only in what I'm currently doing, in other aspects of life as well. Thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you. Pranav, would you mind going next?
Yeah, uh, I always go by the motto, let's do it. So anything new comes up, any new innovative ideas or very first go, I always deep dive into it. And that actually helped me a lot in my career.
Yes, I believe that too. Thank you. Okay, Jaswinder.
Work hard, play harder.
Ah, wow. Okay, good. That's concise and to the point. Great. Awesome. Chirag.
For me, it's having patience, keep learning, keep growing, and try to perfect what you do. Try to do it perfectly, master it, and success will come automatically. Just don't keep running after success. Earn it. I will believe rather to earn success rather than just chasing it.
Yes, that's great. Have I missed out on anyone?
You did.
I did.
The one you missed yourself, so I'll ask you the
Oh,
same.
yes. For me, growth mindset and, lifelong learning. Those are the things I swear by, and they have brought me where I am right now. Thank you. So, Sandeep, I would invite you, to take the floor now and amazing. Thank you, everyone. It's been amazing meeting you all. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Daman, for being a wonderful host. You did an excellent job in extracting like most valuable and nuggets from people's lives and journeys. That was amazing, and uh, you kept it. You kept the time in mind as well. So it's not an easy task. So that's really appreciated. Thank you so much for taking up that role for us and being a wonderful coordinator for the entire program. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, I just wanted to say this thing that this has been an amazing, morning for me. What a wonderful start, for a new month. Getting to know so many people, like many people I've known, like I've interacted with them in a, some small way, but I never known so much depth about their journey and their interests and their ups and downs on the professional front or their hobbies and things. So this was like really enriching for me, and I'm hoping it was the same for you as well. Um, my promise to you is that the this has given me encouragement that we try and do more of these things. We come with more different ideas on how we can bring value to you, and the value is lying in the community, but sometimes we're not realizing that. So how we can capture that for each other, how we can create win-wins, how we can create more collaborations and more connection points within the community. So that's something that we'll be working as within our team to come with new ideas. Would love to have your support and you can let other people know as well that this was a wonderful, like, was a good experience for you, so that others can also be encouraged and they feel the urge to join these platforms. And we can create more forums. We can have more volunteers, we can have more coordinators, we can do more programs in person, online as well. And I would reach out to you to get your feedback on what could have worked better in terms of format, the content, the duration, style of the interaction. So with that, I really wish to thank each of you for finding time early morning on Sunday. I know there are commitments on the family side. You have your own plans for the weekend as well, but you came and you shared your journey and your experience with the rest of us, and for that truly you deserve a big round of applause for yourselves to come together. So that's all for now. Time is short, so I'll not extend any further. But any feedback, any kind of thoughts, please do connect with us. Pranav, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to. I heard like so many interesting thing in this session, and I actually am truly interested in talking to about few topics which people actually brought on. Like some examples are Kulwanji brought like he is working on ERP. I couldn't call myself as uh, in my projects. Like I have worked on ERP, so I would like to like discuss a little bit more about that. Old games from Jashwinder ji. That was like very interesting idea. So I want to like keep those conversation going and talk more. Like even Kumar philosophy. Like I also like philosophy. Like I read a lot. So I would like to like connect with all these people and talk more about all these topics, which actually I found very interesting. So is there a way like after this session, like we are connecting WhatsApp group or something like that?
So
Yes,
for now,
thanks.
like,
So
just in the chat, like we can share LinkedIn profiles for now. And Sandeep, yes, go ahead.
yes, I was also to say the same thing. So some of you already have given me the URLs, the LinkedIn URLs as part of the Google form. I will be sharing those with the rest of the group. And if you're not provided that, just include that in the. Uh, uh, Most of you are coming from the supply chain procurement group, and some are coming from other groups. But feel free to send me your LinkedIn URL. So we'll publish that as a if you're giving the consent, I will publish that as a in a Google sheet. So that may be beautiful way for you to understand like their profile as well as message them and connect with them. And not right now, but soon we'll come up with a format in which you can see some public information. People who are willing to participate in that, they can put the basic information like their phone number, email address, etc. voluntarily, and that will be visible to rest of the team as well. So that will be coming next. But in the meantime, just send the URLs for your LinkedIn.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So that's all that we had for this morning. Thank you once again for your time and your participation. Really an amazing morning for me. Thank you. And Daman, special thanks to you for being a wonderful.
My pleasure. Honestly, pleasure is all mine at having met such a wonderful people with extensive not only a professional experience, but coming from, sharing their own, pieces and nuggets from their personal life, their interests, their skills, their habits and hobbies. So that's exciting as well as inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye all.
Thank you so much
Thanks,
for
everyone.
organizing this. This was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Happy
you.
weekend, everyone, and let's
Enjoy
connect
your
soon.
Sunday. Bye
Thank
bye. Take
you.
care.
Thank you,
Happy
everyone.
weekend.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.